All right, let's jump right in. What we're going to do here is lay out a really clear step-by-step roadmap to building a six-figure income online. But here's the thing, this is all about getting away from that endless hustle culture and stepping into a real system that brings you predictable income and, some peace of mind. I mean, seriously, just pause for a second and imagine that. What would actually change for you if you knew, month in and month out, what kind of money was coming in? Would you be less stressed? Would you have more freedom, more time? Well, that's not some fantasy. That's the entire point of this system we're about to walk through. So it all starts with this fundamental shift in thinking. Over on the left, you've got the old way, chasing income. It's all about the grind, right? Hopping on trends, dealing with totally unpredictable paychecks, and building on platforms you don't even own. But on the right, that's where we're headed, building a legacy. This is about using systems to create peace, building a real brand, and most importantly, taking ownership of your own financial future. Now, before we get into any of the strategies or the tactics, before we even talk about money, we have to start with the most critical piece of this entire puzzle, and that's your identity. I know, but trust me, your results are a direct consequence of who you decide to be, starting right now. This is the identity. This is who you need to become. You are a customer creator. So what does that actually mean? It means you stop waiting around to feel confident. You stop waiting to feel ready. A customer creator takes decisive action that naturally pulls in buyers because they make the choice to lead right now, even if they're a little scared. And this really breaks it down perfectly. Listen, these are not some fluffy affirmations you just mumble to yourself. These are concrete decisions. They are actions. You decide, I show up daily. You decide, I attract buyers. And you make the powerful decision, I lead before I am ready. You have to lock this in because absolutely everything else we're about to build rests on this foundation. Okay, so with that identity in place, let's get into the actual blueprint. And you're gonna love how simple this is. The whole framework is just this. One system and one community can unlock multiple streams of income without you having to do a ton of extra work. And let's just get one major myth out of the way right off the bat. You absolutely do not need to be some huge social media influencer to make this work. This is not about having 1 million followers or spending your entire day glued to your phone. It's about working smarter with a system that's proven to work. So here it is, the entire roadmap in 4 simple steps. First, you attract the right people with content that actually helps them. Second, and this is crucial, you capture them. You get them off social media, which is rented land, and onto your own email list. Third, you nurture those people in a community where you can build real trust. And finally, you ascend them up your value ladder of offers. That's the whole system. Attract, capture, nurture, ascend. Okay, let's talk numbers, because that 6-figure goal can feel huge, right? Almost impossible. But I promise you, when you break it down into a simple value ladder, you're gonna see just how achievable this really is. This is the simple math to hit that $10,000 a month mark. So the very first step on our ladder is your starter offer. It's usually priced low, around $27. The whole point of this is to solve one small, specific problem for your customer and give them a quick win. It's a total no-brainer for them, and it's the fastest way to turn a curious follower into a paying customer. Next up is the absolute engine of your business, the recurring offer. This is your membership or your subscription, maybe around $97 a month. This is where you create that predictable, stable income. You have recurring bills, right? Well, this is how you build recurring income to crush them. This is what brings the peace of mind. And at the top of that ladder, you've got your signature offer. This is your big core program. It's where you deliver a massive transformation for your most committed customers. This is where you solve a huge problem for them, and in return, you generate really significant income. Now check this out. This is where the magic happens. Look at how these numbers break down. You don't need thousands of customers. With just 20 people a month buying your starter offer, 35 in your recurring membership, and only 4 people buying your signature offer, you're already over $10,000 a month. It's not magic, it's just math. Okay, so how do you actually make that math a reality? It starts by building your own world. I'm telling you, your email list and your community, they aren't just little add-ons. They are the single greatest assets you will ever own in your business. Let me show you exactly why. Think about it like this. Trying to build a business just on social media is like building your dream house on land that you're just renting. Any day, the landlord, the algorithm, a platform getting shut down can change the rules and kick you out. But when you have an email list, you have an owned asset. It's yours. You have a direct line to your audience that nobody can ever take away. That is how you build a real, stable business for the long haul. In a community, man, it's so much more than just a place to sell things. It's like your personal research and development lab. You get to hear your customers' exact problems in their own words, which makes your marketing a million times better. You build deep trust, give them a safe space to ask questions, and eventually, they become your absolute best marketers for you. All right, you've got the system, you've got your assets. Now for the really fun part. How do you create content that brings in those ideal customers? Well, the secret is incredibly simple. People don't buy products or services. They buy solutions to problems they are feeling every single day. And this right here might be the only content framework you ever need again. It's 3 simple steps. First, you start with the problem. Hook them by talking about a pain they know all too well. Second, you introduce the solution, the system or the path that can fix it. And finally, you describe the outcome. Paint a crystal clear picture of the freedom and the results they're going to get. Problem, solution, outcome. That's it. Here's a perfect example of that framework in action. What's the problem? I used to think online income was only for certain people. So many people feel that. What's the solution? Then I found a clear path. And the outcome is implied, that now it's possible for them too. See how that works? It connects, it provides value, and it's not pushy at all. And here's a little pro tip for you. Your power is in your consistency. Stop trying to talk to everybody. Just focus on that one ideal person. You don't need to change your core message all the time. Just find new angles to talk about the same problems for the same person. Change the angle, not the who. Look, as you follow this roadmap, I want you to remember this. There are gonna be challenges. You're gonna feel pressure. But that pressure is not a sign that you should stop. It's a sign that you're actually growing. It's the very thing that turns coal into a diamond. So when you start to feel that pressure, don't run from it. Get excited. It means a breakthrough is coming. So, there you have it. The entire roadmap is laid out. You've got the identity shift, you've got the blueprint, you know the math, it's all right here for you. The only question left is the same one we started with. Who will you decide to become to actually follow it? The roadmap's here. The choice is yours. If you're finding these tutorials valuable and you're serious about integrating AI and automation into your business to save time and build scalable systems, I invite you to join our free school community. This isn't a place for hype or unrealistic promises. Instead, it's a focused environment where we continue the conversation, share practical workflows, and troubleshoot real-world AI implementation challenges together. Inside, you'll find extended discussions on the AI tools and automation strategies we cover here on the channel, exclusive mini tutorials and workflow breakdowns that go even deeper, a supportive network of fellow entrepreneurs, freelancers, and creators who are actively building with AI, opportunities to ask questions directly and get feedback on your own automation projects. It's a space dedicated to continuous learning and practical application, helping you move from understanding concepts to implementing effective AI solutions in your day-to-day operations. To join, simply click the link in the description below. I'm looking forward to connecting with you there and helping you further streamline your work and build real leverage with AI.